First, let me just say, OMG, this vibe coding thing is really getting out of hand, isn't it?
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Dear Aimee. I'm Cameron Ivey here at Transcend, and with me is Aimee Cardwell, our CIO and CISO in residence at Transcend. Aimee, how you doing?
Hey, Cameron, it's great to see you. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, it's been a little while. Excited to have you, and I think we got a pretty good question for you this time.
Ooh, bring it. I can't wait.
All right, here we go. Dear Aimee, I got budget approved to modernize our infrastructure for AI. But now I'm stuck, though. Engineering wants to build everything custom. They think we can just code our own governance layer. But I don't think they understand the complexity here. Security is worried about new vulnerabilities, legal keeps hitting pause, and the board wants an update in 90 days. How do I get everyone aligned so we can actually move forward without reinventing the wheel here?
First, let me just say, OMG, this vibe coding thing is really getting out of hand, isn't it? But I totally understand where you're coming from. While, of course, it may be possible to build your own governance layer from scratch, the building is only half of the work. Are you going to have the time and the staff to maintain that governance layer as the laws, norms, and regulations change around you? Do you have the know-how to do this for every state and every country in which your company does business? Can you demonstrate to an auditor or a court of law that you complied with customer requests? If your answer to any of these questions was anything other than an unqualified yes, then you should probably not build a thing that you can very easily buy or license from companies who do this as their main job. And my bet is that you can license it depending on what capabilities you have and how much traffic you need to process for less than the cost of the staff to build and maintain it. You have more important things to pay attention to, namely the thing that your business does to make money. So spending effort on things that you don't need to do is an opportunity cost that just doesn't seem like a good value to me.
So maybe reinventing the wheel isn't as easy as it sounds. So how do we align a path forward here, Aimee?
Right. I forgot the alignment part of the question. I'm glad you brought that back. So when I am in this situation, what I try to do is a sort of a multi-path solution. First, I do a back of the envelope calculation for how much it would cost to build, test, host, and maintain this governance service. I want to help the engineering team understand just how complicated a project this is going to be. It's not like building one API or building a small service. You need to build interactive connectivity to every relevant data store and keep that connection, that interactive connection up to date as the data stores have new versions that come out. You also have to ensure that the consent process stays up to date with global privacy laws. My bet is a lot of engineering teams don't have the expertise or the time to do that. So that's sort of track one. Track two, at the same time, get a quote from a couple of SaaS providers who can deliver against all of those requirements and a time frame for how long they usually take to deliver something like that. Don't forget to look for a solution that will satisfy your security and privacy teams, preferably one where the data never leaves your premises. Otherwise, they'll just stop you at the back end instead of stopping you at the front end. And then finally, make sure you're up to speed on the costs of a regulatory infraction in your area and for whatever business you're in. And be sure to add that risk to the requirements page. My guess is that this process will make the choice clear for you and your stakeholders.
And this sounds like a classic build versus buy decision here.
Right. It's no different from any other build versus buy decision. Once you do the work to ensure that everyone understands the requirements, the path always becomes more clear. And folks will gain a renewed understanding of the complexities of doing governance well. Anyway, I wish this person luck, and I hope that they'll let us know how it turns out.
Same. Thank you so much, Aimee. And thanks for the questions. Keep them coming in the comments, everything. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you.